Pings are the foundation that makes League of Legends League of Legends. It's a way to communicate to your team without actually having to type. When players go to Korea and they're from NA, they don't speak Korean. So the best thing they can do is ping. It's the same concept here, even if it is a server that actually speaks your language. If you feel like when you ping, nobody listens to you, when you ping, people don't understand, people don't follow, this video is for you. By now, you guys understand my philosophy. If you guys are interested in coaching, go ahead and go to coachblicker.com. Why waste thousands of hours, hundreds of games playing in the same exact spot when you can book a session at coachblicker.com and learn it like that? It's a lot less stressful and you'll make more progress. If you're sick of the daily grind where you're not really going anywhere, you're playing multiple games, multiple hours being wasted, and just nothing is coming up of it, I highly recommend check it out. There is an option for you, I promise. All right, so we're playing jungle this game, and now jungle doesn't matter. The fact that I want to make is that the pings that I did this game were something to help secure a win. And again, sometimes you feel like you ping a lot, and people just don't listen. They don't understand. But I want to tell you, it's about how you ping it, not what you ping. I thought it'd be a lot better to have like an actual first-person view, but when I thought about it, I was like, I'd be thinking too much on pinging. I want a game where I'll ping without actually thinking I'm being recorded. I feel like if I would have made that video from a first-person perspective, I would have been thinking about my pings. Okay, so although this wasn't one of my plays, this is something that I think would be beneficial. If my bot lane were to ping that Yuumi is MIA, this would signal to me, and even to the mid laner and the top laner, that Yuumi could be on the Hecarim, in which case I don't die here. Now, I'm not saying it's my bot lane's fault that I died. I definitely should have been paying more attention that Yuumi just wasn't in lane. But a ping like that could save a death like this, easily. It's just something very, very small that I wanted to point out. Again, it's my fault for dying, don't get me wrong, but it's something that could have just prevented that and saved the day. As you see though, I do sit here and I do end up actually pinging the ghosts and the R. So now that my team knows. I still die anyway, it doesn't really matter. But again, something very, very small that could have saved the day right there for that specific Xin Zhao player. All right, so right here, I don't know why, but the pings didn't show up. But this is the pings that I was pinging. I was pinging on my way. I was pinging on my way and I was pinging assist. But I guess it's not picking up, or maybe I didn't ping. But I knew that Hecarim and Yuumi were there. So what I was gonna do is I was gonna go on ground. Now my teammates might not understand what I want, and to be honest, they probably won't understand what you want. Pinging with specifics is very, very hard because they don't understand specifically what you're pinging, right? So you have to make it a little bit more broad that they can understand. I wanted them to be here, so I pinged in a way so they can be here. Again, they don't really understand what I want, but I'm here. And I understand that Hecarim's gonna try to steal this Grant from me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a play. I'm gonna bait it out, they're gonna show up, I see Gangplank, I'm going to use my ult to eat the Gangplank's damage. Then I'm going to knock him up. And then I'm going to, flash out and my team secures kills. And all that was a play based off of me. Like, I made that play happen. That felt so bad for Yuumi. She tried to go through the gate and got killed. But we got 3 kills. 3 kills because of a play that I made. And all I did was say assist. I didn't ping anything specific. I just had my play played out in my head, and as long as I set them up for success, that's how it works. Again, when you are pinging, when you are playing to your team, the goal is to make it so that your teammates have an easy time understanding. The goal is to make sure that whatever play you're setting up, they do not have to work as hard for it to work. You want to try to put in 80% of effort while they put in 20%, because the less effort they put into your play that you're calling or the play that you're making, the more of a chance it has to succeed. The issue is when you're putting in 50% and you need them to put in 50% to equal 100. Then at that point, your team messes up even just a little bit and the play is doomed. Make sense? Same exact concept here. Same exact concept here. So I'm on Dragon. I know that my Caitlyn was dying, right? So I already know based off the positioning of this Ezreal that he's going to come up and check Dragon. So what I'm going to do is ping my Lux on my way. I want my Lux to know. I also pinged her to hit that for me. So I pinged her to hit that. And I also pinged Lux to come on my way. So this is 2 things I got her to do just by pinging it. I told her to go hit that plant. And then I also told her on my way to the Ezreal. So you should see me ping. It doesn't show up on here, but it shows up on the map. I'm saying ping on my way, ping on my way. So I'm letting her know that I want to fight this. I want to fight Ezreal. I don't want to continue Dragon. Before she even gets to the area, I am pinging that I want to fight the Ezreal. Huge, huge, because a lot of the times you'll ping someone after they already had their mind focused on something. If Lux was already thinking about doing Dragon, then if I pinged her to Ezreal, she might not even think about it. She might be like, well, we were doing Dragon, just finish Dragon, just finish Dragon. But if you tell them what to do before they even decide to put anything in their own brain, you're able to easily get them to do what you want to do. And again, it's not about what you ping, it's about how you ping it. Well, I guess win as well. You see she's not over here yet, so I know she's making her way to dragon. It's pretty obvious. So I told her to get the plant. She hits the plant for me. Cool. And then I'm like, okay, let's go to the Ezreal. She's like, okay. She hit the snare. We go on the Ezreal. We go ahead and get him killed. I get ulted here. Veigar does rotate, luckily. I mean, I expected him to. He's been rotating really, really well. But again, this is just another play that we were able to make happen because of the simple fact that my team decided to listen to my pings. And it was just Lux. It was just Lux. Veigar was just rotating. So when you have someone on your team that's really good at like doing things without being pinged, don't waste your pings on them. I didn't really have to ping Veigar that much because by the 5th minute of me pinging him what to do, he actually just listened. And so he just knew to play with me the entire time. I think right here, I was reading the play. I didn't ping it. I just was reading how the play was going to go. We go on him, and then Pantheon freaking shows up, and it triggered me. But again, that whole entire play was all started because I decided to ping her to hit this plant so that they can't get vision, and then I decided to ping her to get the Ezreal. Very, very simple pings, and it worked out. Remember, it wasn't specifics. It wasn't land the E and then root. It wasn't anything like that. I just said, go there, go there. And it's when they weren't thinking about anything. That's one of the major things, again, that I want to stress. You have to ping before they actually think about something, okay? Make sure nothing's in their brain. How do you do this? Well, you got to think about it about yourself. If you were clearing your wave, or if you were farming a camp, or even if you were a support, and you were going to ward, if someone pinged you while you were doing those things to come help or to come do something, would you really stop? If I had my scanner going as a support and I was going over here, I would finish my scanner and my warding. If I was farming mid lane, I would finish farming. If I was a farming jungler, I would finish farming my jungle before I went to go help. But if you ping the support before she scanners, if you ping the mid lane before they start farming, if you ping your jungler before they start farming, let's say they're walking from wolves to Gromp, like that, and you ping them, and they come bottom. Or they're walking from here to here, and you ping them, and they skip their wolves and the Gromp, and they come bottom, or they come mid, or whatever. It's about when you ping these players. That's the huge part about pinging, and you have to make sure that it's not too specific. Same exact thing. I saw GP rotating, so I instantly said ping on my way. On my way, on my way, on my way, on my way. Is Veigar farming right now? No. Is Lux scanning? Yeah, but you know what she's going to do? She's going to finish. Oh, she must be already done. So she's making her way. Oh yeah, she is already done. She's already like done her warding and scanning and whatnot. Okay, anyway. But yeah, you see they're not even doing it. So what does this mean? They're already ready to help. And because of that, we're able to get a fight here. I actually don't remember what happens. Do we die? Yeah, I think we do die. But we salvaged it, I think. Yeah, because Urgot man-moded. Boom. Now, Urgot did not ping anything, right? So they are not helping him at all. He's like fighting over there. I had to ping my team. I'm like, assist, assist, help this guy. What are you doing? I didn't type, but I was like, assist, assist, assist. And as soon as I was pinging that, they started to show up and help him. And I was just thinking, what are these guys doing? These guys are crazy. And this isn't gold. This is like silver 1, gold 4 area. So again, I'm in an elo that you guys typically complain to me about that don't listen. It's not about what you ping it. It's about how you go about pinging it. So right here, I ended up dying. And of course, it sucks that I died, but we gotta think about what we use. We used Hecarim's Ghost, we used Hecarim's R, we used Gangplank's Flash, and we used his Ignite. And we also used his Ultimate. I think that I pinged that later. I think I ran out of pings. Or maybe I didn't. Look at all that we used, and I was able to ping it all. Again, this is something simple, but a lot of the times, especially in ranks like this, people get too upset that they died, so they don't even bother pinging what people used on them. If there's 4 players that come get you and your top laner, ping what they used. Did they use Flash, Ignites, Ultimates? This helps later on. It's not about, you know, what happened. It's about what did they use? What can help us later? Okay, so we had a fight here. After this fight was said and done, I could do Dragon by myself. I pinged my Caitlyn to get bot tower. Whether or not she listens, who cares? But I pinged her to get bot tower. What does she do? She goes bot. She wasn't even thinking. The fight was up. She wasn't helping with Dragon. She wasn't doing anything. Again, when they're not doing anything, that is the time to ping them. It's way easier to get them to do something because they're stuck in limbo. They're stuck in kind of like that mode of, I'm not really sure what to do. Autopilot. And when autopilot locks onto something, you can't get them out of it. So when they're searching on autopilot, that's your best time to ping them to do something, because they're like, autopilot, autopilot. Oh, ping. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Let me go ahead and do it. So we'll go ahead, and she goes and pushes that bot lane for me. I know that they're getting ready to spawn, so I ping her back. I'm like, back. You're gonna get ganked. Back. I'm pinging the Urgot back. Back. Everybody back. I'm pinging her back. I'm trying to have them not die. What do? They listen. I mean, he's greedy as hell and gets the red, but like, she's gone. She doesn't even stick around for like a combo or a scanning or anything. They listen. Were they doing anything? No. Only thing he was thinking about was that red buff. She was just trying to get the tower, and Lux just happened to be there. Again, ping before things happen. It's a lot easier to get them to do what you want them to do. So another play, and I didn't ping anything. So there's this thing that happens where players overping, and when I say overping, they ping a lot of useless information, so it drowns out the useful information, and that's the issue. If you're going to be pinging, you have to make sure you save your pings for actually moments that need pinging. Because if you continue to ping things that don't matter, or you continue to ping things that just aren't relevant, you're gonna have a very, very hard time. You want to make sure you're pinging things like recall, the little thing on the dashboard, on the HUD at the bottom. There's like a blue recall button. You can ping that. That's what I do. I tell people to recall. I say back, and then click recall, and they'll recall. You can ping everything on the scoreboard. You can ping sums. You can ping portraits. You can ping so many things in this game that is clickable. It's ridiculous that you're not using your pings. Use them to convey your points. If you want them to recall, click recall. If you want them to back, you know that Xin Zhao has no R, ping that Xin Zhao has no R. Like, ping these things to get them thinking, right? If we're about to fight right now, Lux has no R, Xin Zhao has no R, Vigar has no R, Urgot has no R. I'd ping these things and just back, no R. That way the whole entire team knows. Or let's just say there's a fight that's getting ready to happen, right? And we only have 2 of us, and Caitlyn's way over there. Well, we ping back, Caitlyn, because Caitlyn's not there. And that's going to have them think. It's not about what you ping, it's about how you ping it. Trust me. So anyway, we see Pantheon going, and I knew something was there. So I see Pantheon going, and I instantly say, I'm on my way. This signals to this guy, instantly, I'm ready to fight this guy. Lux, who knows what she's doing. But I'm more concerned about this Urgot. So I instantly say, ping on my way. And he's like, okay, I guess we'll fight. And then we fight him. Lux then decides to rotate. I'm like, uh-oh, I just screwed us. But I'm gonna try my best to continue to fight this. Urgot man modes, and he kills him. Why? Because at the start of the play, we were all on the same page, me and him. If I would have walked into that Pantheon and this guy was like, I don't know, going to take my Raptors or some random stuff, I probably could have died there. But I already told him what I wanted to do. I seen where everybody was. I knew that was a fight we can win. So I pinged him, and he was just, here I come. Huge. And this is every game. This isn't some special specific game. I know sometimes you guys might think, well, in my games, that's not true. I've climbed every roll of the diamond, and I understand, and I've been through every elo. It works. You have to ping at the right time. You cannot ping them when they're busy. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever have played anything like Roller Coaster Tycoon or like Game Dev Tycoon, whatever. Theme Hospital. When you put people in queue, the first person is trying to do the thing and everybody else is in line waiting. And they're just sitting there waiting. That's how pinging players are, right? If they're like going to do minions and the queue behind them is busy. Okay, I'm going to do minions. And then maybe they queued up, I'm recalling, right? So I'm already on minions. I queued up in my head, I'm going to recall. Now your ping is coming after their recall. So does that make sense? Makes sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna say I hope it makes sense. One more time. I promise. Look, quick. If I'm already focused on farming, that is what I'm actively doing. Recalling is queued, right? It's queued behind me. That's what I'm gonna do after I'm done farming. If you say, hey, let's go to Baron, but I'm farming and I have recall in queue because I have a lot of gold, your Baron call ain't coming until after I recall. That makes sense? But if there's nothing in queue, they're not actively doing anything, the odds of your pings working and getting them to do something will work. It's a lot higher. I'm trying to tell you. I'm preaching to the choir. Trust me. Okay, so I end up dying here. We push. I end up dying here. Again, what are you pinging your team? Well, this is what I ping them. He used Ignite on me. She used R on me. He used R. It's like these are just some really, really good abilities that they wasted and that my team should be able to just pick up after. And because they wasted it, because my team knows they don't have to worry about it, it's a lot easier to close the game out. Now, I did ping a lot more within this game, I'm not going to lie, but the little pings that are just generic, like MIA, careful, back, like those things aren't necessary. I'm talking about the creative plays, the things that actually make or break, the things that actually change based off of games. The pinging the portraits, the pinging the recalls, the pinging the goals, the pinging the ultimate timers on your ult and your teammates' ult, pinging your teammates' portrait because they're not there. Like these type of things aren't generic. These have to have you creatively pinging every single game. And if you can master this, I promise to you, your team will be listening a lot more than you think. I promise you. We're all human. We all play League of Legends. We all comprehend kind of the same things in League, which means that we all kind of work similar. You might be upset at the other guy, but you would react the same way. If you're busy, you're not going to stop doing what you're doing for them because you're already in your mindset that I need to get this. I'm only 100 gold away, and then I'm going to recall for my item. That has nothing to do with your teammates not listening. That has nothing to do with your teammates hating you. That's how you would be. That's how I would be. We're all like that. You have to find those little spots which you can ping them so that they would help. Now, it's not always going to work, but it does have a really, really high chance of working whenever you ping at the right times. So I hope this helped. Again, if you guys are interested in coaching, coachbooker.com is where you want to go. You guys know my philosophy: 1,000 hours, 100 games, not progressing anywhere, being miserable versus 15 minutes, and you're good to go. So thank you guys for watching. Peace, late. Have a good rest of your day or night. And thank you guys for doing what? Approaching this like a coach.